There's an interesting story about Google. Now, Google was caught doing something underneath the table and they're being exposed for it. Now, Google has been seeking facial scans of people with darker skin as part of its efforts to improve the company's facial scan software. Okay, so they want to go out and seek black people and to help with that. Now, maybe if you'd have told black people, hey, you know, we're trying to improve our facial recognition software for darker skinned people, so, you know, you're willing to help us with that, maybe we'll, you know, pay you X amount of dollars, whatever. No, that's not what Google decided to do. So the company sent out teams of temporary workers hired through a staffing agency, and they was told to scan people's faces in exchange for $5 gift cards. Now, I say the workers for the program say they were directed to target homeless black people. That is a problem. And college students, kids who don't have any money. And the workers were encouraged to conceal the fact that they were collecting facial data and instead asked if they could be interested in playing a selfie game using specially equipped smartphones. Why the deception of people if that's what you're trying to do? Why the deception? Were you trying to save money? Did people will be like, maybe why you want to scan my face and collect my data and didn't even ask if that's what you can collect? Because you're supposed to get permission to collect people's data. You have to. And they went all around that and say, oh, I'm playing a game, and they were sitting up here recording scans of your face. Why would they do that? See, you know, these tech companies are getting way too big and they're doing too much. I say the program was intended to improve the accuracy of Google's facial recognition software for its forthcoming Google Pixel 4, which will use the technology as part of its expanded security measures. Okay, so let's say it's critical that we have a diverse sample. It said, which is an important part of building an inclusive product. That's what a Google spokesman said in a statement. So they said the goal of the project, what Google claimed, was to make sure the phone security measures protects a wide range of people as possible. And then they continue to say one person who formerly worked on the project claims that they were asked to target homeless people because they were less likely to speak to the media. Earlier this week, they said Congresswoman Rashida Tlaib criticized the Detroit Police Department, as we talked about earlier, with their facial recognition software not being able to accurately identify black people. And they had a 60% error rate, as we discussed earlier. So it's not so much an issue that you collecting things, it's a fact that the way you're doing it, and you wanted to target homeless people to do so. So, ladies and gentlemen, if anybody come up to you and say, hey, let's play a selfie game and I'll give you $5, or anybody want to take your picture and say, I'm gonna give you a little money, some strange folks, don't do it. If you don't know these people, whoever it is, don't do it. And matter of fact, if you choose to do it, take a picture of them, say, let me take a picture of you too. Why you want to do that? Because I just choose to do so. When you're taking my picture, I mean, these people, the thing is, they want to collect all our faces in servers. There's no telling what they do with that. Man, you could take people's image and put it on different, man, I'll tell you, that is dangerous. This is completely dangerous. What's going on? And the American people need to fight against all this facial recognition and AI and all that, because, you know, it's kind of like if you watch the movie Terminator and they talked about basically Skynet. You remember that Skynet eventually was an AI and it started to do what it wanted to do on its own. And that's what everybody's depending on, this AI now. It's crazy that you have movies like that and in other previous sci-fi movies, and literally it's happening right now. Technology is good, but some of it, you know, we still need human interaction. You still need people to have a handle on it. Why do you need to recognize our faces everywhere we go? Now they say, oh, it's just for a smartphone. That's it. It's for the security. Well, how do I know you're not storing that scan into some server somewhere? And we know that Silicon Valley itself, we know, is all tied in with all the alphabet groups. We talking about the government alphabet groups. We know that. So to me, that is very dangerous, and just the way they decided to do that. If you're going to do it, pay people, and if they want to participate, they want to participate. And let me take a wild stab in the dark on this one. You don't have no dark-skinned black people working for you that maybe they have different shapes of faces or whatever that could pick it up. I'm just saying, because we know Silicon Valley, they hardly have any black people working there. It's not that black people are not educated to do those jobs. It's not that at all. It's the fact is they don't hire them. And they rather go out in the street and pay a homeless black person or a college student $5 to take their picture instead of hiring some black people to work at Google to work on those particular projects if that's what you want to do. See, you know, and I'm telling you, like I said, some of these people that always talk about diversity, and yeah, when you start looking into their situation, you realize they're not quote unquote diverse at all. Leave me a comment, let me know what you think about this particular story when it comes to Google here. But ladies and gentlemen, just remember, if strange people coming up to you about taking your picture, please don't let them do it.